What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another live stream. Tonight we're going to be welding 2.5 catch cans. We've got two R32 catch cans. Where are you guys? Over here, all prepped up, ready to go. Just need a bit of a wipe down with some isopropyl. And a half catch can. The half catch can is a strange one. I've had a customer request a S13 Catch Can. So my S13 Catch Can design, I actually don't have one in the shop here, but it's very similar to this. It's a rectangle body with a curved situation going on. They wanted the curve cut off on this one, and it actually worked out to an 800mm full volume, which for an S13 is just way too small. For an SR20 engine, I should say. It's just way too small of a catch can. So I have labyrinth baffled it the same way that I do all of my other catch cans. This is actually a labyrinth baffle out of, what did I use? I used a Evo 6 baffle, like a pre-existing one that I have. I make them as like a cartridge that I can just weld in the inside, and then I had to design a outlet filter that that would fit in this configuration. So you can see the distortion on the top here. The inlet baffle goes way back to here, so I couldn't run the usual one, which is this size here. And as a result of that, I'm not branding this tank. I don't think it will actually work. I told the customer that, and they still wanted to go ahead with it. So this is the half catch can. It's quite a cute little thing, but we're going to start with this. And This should be a little fun weld anyway. So the cover plate that goes on the filter does not say AT Performance. I just did like a, similar to the X that's on the inside there, I did something very similar to that. It's the first time in a very long time that I am making something that I'm not branding as well. It's a repeat customer, so it's a customer that's bought a couple of products from me in the past, so I didn't really want to just say outright no. In hindsight, I maybe should have. I did offer for them to bring the car in and we could custom make something a bit more suitable. So, settings. Let's start off with some straight current settings. Currently, we are running auto, pre-flow, and post-flow. No pulse, and we're using optimal wave, 95 Hertz, and so I'll reset that focus for you. And negative 35 on the AC balance. We are running 120 amps max, 15 min with a foot pedal. On the torch, let's come over here. On the torch, we've got a number 5 cup on a gas lens, a 2.4mm serrated tungsten, which I have been using to tack up these parts today. So it is slightly, where's the focus window here? It is slightly bald, and I'm just going to leave it at that as far as balling the tungsten goes. I do just want to check the gas flow. I like to run 7 litres a minute here. About there is 7 litres a minute. That's just on this gauge. On the regulator, it's on about 8.5 litres a minute, but we're getting 7 at the torch on this gauge. Alright, so we'll start on the bottom of this thing and get a little bit of heat into it. know, it feels like we're getting a good amount of heat into this part now. These settings are really nice. They're really forgiving. I don't know how much you could see there, but I started getting a little bit of a blowout as I was coming towards the end of this weld here. Really easy to manage that and get some good control. Let's see if we can take this ND filter off tonight. I did mean to try and tune up these settings. Let's just get it like that. Looks a bit better tonight. I have moved the light a little bit further away to try and help with the washout that we're getting on these cameras. Cool, so I'm happy with that amount of heat. Now I'm going to weld this little baby filter basket in. Ordinarily I would do these with a pulse setting, but I think I want a little bit more control tonight, so I'm going to keep these same settings and just whip around this thing. That is just like so cute and so tiny. Just to put it in perspective, that's the stubby torch head. It's a number 20 with a stubby gas lens. Really cute little filter basket. Thank you, Jason. Chris, welcome to the stream. Hope you're feeling a bit better today. I'm going to buzz around on the top now. We'll put a chill block on from this point forward. all you want to do is sleep. Totally get it, man. You should, if you're able to, sleep as much as you can. It's the best thing you can be doing. Beautiful little weld down the side here. If I get that light right on it, looks bloody good. Such a cute little catch can. 800 mil. 800 mil, this little guy. Let's keep rolling around. I really want to get to the top, but I'm trying to just follow. I folded the top here instead of having a weld seam there, so I'm just going to follow down this side here and then around to the top. This is actually the back of the can, but you know, just keep all the stop starts in one point if I can. I keep, can I show you that there? I keep getting my, I don't think I can, getting my filler rod stuck in this little camera that's watching the welder. I put it on a tripod. I've moved some stuff over in that corner around a little bit. Put it on a tripod, but it's right in my way there. I need to come up with a more permanent solution. Where the welding table was on the other side of the shop, I was able to put it on a dial indicator base against the post for the mezzanine. But I need to come up with a better solution for over this side of the shop. right around the top here pretty nicely. These holes that are close to the edge here were a bit cheeky. They did want to sort of splay out on me, but managed to get past them without any trouble there. Can I fix that on the fly, that camera? Where are you? You guys are over here. So the weld goes right up to the edge of that hole. That will, there will be nutserts in those holes. So after it comes back from powder coat, we'll get nutserts in there. But it looks pretty nice. Looks pretty nice across the top there. So I think we've just got one vertical weld to do. No, two vertical welds to go. So we'll just power through those. I would ideally like to go top to bottom. G'day Daniel, welcome to the stream. 3 cats taking over the bed. I mean, for you it's perfectly acceptable bedtime. It's probably actually way too humid for you to want to snuggle up with a cat right now, I imagine. Really nice on that weld. And just do this final one on the front face here. And final one looks really good. So the front of the can, this is actually the angle that you'll see from the car. So this is the front face. I've actually got to try and figure out how to put brackets on this using the actual can's jig. But I don't think it'll be a problem. The rear one won't be a problem, but there might be an extension for the front one. That I will figure out tomorrow after I put fittings on this guy. But that welded really nicely. Welded really, really nicely. So we're going to try and bang out a R32 Skyline catch can today. Tonight as well, I should say. This one is a mix match of laser cut parts. So we've got laser cut. The really dusty ones are the laser cut ones. They've been sitting in a tub for probably a year. And then the rest are all cut on my machine. Starting to get to the end. So yesterday, I just cut the missing pieces for the remainder of the laser cut R32 parts. Apart from these bottom plates, for some reason, I have like 20 of these which is part of the batch cutting of having to get parts cut externally. If there's a miscut or something, I just end up with tons and tons of extras. But we've got to make 9 of these, at least 9 of these this month to make up for what we moved last month. So basically the last 3 days, I don't know what day it is today, Thursday, I've just been cutting Skyline catch cans on the CNC machine. Prepped a ton today, but you know, it's Skyline month this month. We are just going to be more or less just going to be welding Skyline cans all month. Got a lot of them to make between R33, R32 and R34. Wish you could get your can welds to look like that. I mean, I think over time you'll be able to get them pretty nice. I don't know if you'll get them looking like that on one pass, but definitely on the second pass you can make it happen. You did send me pictures of your can welds. I think it's a damn good try, man. It's definitely a difficult attempt, difficult thing to attempt, and good on you, man. It's a steep learning curve. I think razor blades and cans. I think that's why it's one of those challenge welds. But I can't remember the last time I attempted to weld cans. When you sent me those photos today, I was thinking about it, and I have no photos, so it must be 8 or 10 years ago, the last time I attempted cans, and I should definitely have a crack at it. I'm going to weld this seam with a pulse setting. Is that on the welder? Yes. We're using profile number 3 for our pulse setting. We did revert back to our known good settings, which are all here. I think we did a quick attempt. It might have been last night. Days are a blur at the moment. With the new settings, but yeah, definitely going back to the old settings. So we'll get this seam welded. Really should have put a bit of heat into the part with another weld before I attempted that one, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad, just a little bit cold there. What kind of tungsten did you use for that can attempt, Daniel? Your message, I think I can show that. You've tried to censor it, but the computer is too smart. I don't know if I can show that. Yes, I can. Cool. I might just go straight into this filter basket. Yeah, it's just I love it, like just challenging. I mean, I think that's why on this stream so often I will mix up the settings I just love the challenge of it. Always learn something with a little bit of a mix up on things. It's always, I think it's always time well spent. All right, that was really nice. I was almost going to stop and increase the stick out. I felt like it was quite. It's not quite as far as I normally have it. The stick out. Normally I try and get about 3 millimeters, but we're about 2.5 ish. But no, I don't know if that was a reason why the weld was a bit nicer. Good gas coverage too. But yeah, pretty nice around that filter basket there. I think I'm just going to keep going on the top. Normally I would do that that curved bit at the bottom, but really feel like it might be nice just to keep going around how it sits right now. So definitely time for a chill block now, and we will go back to our straight current profile. So back to profile number 1 for me. And let's get into it. All right, not too bad. Something cut out there. It looks like we had welding cameras during that time, but I heard the USB cycle, and it looks like it's just done the two big cameras. I should be able to just unplug that and plug it back in again. Hopefully, yeah, that should come back. We might have to just cycle through the standby screen just a sec. And we're all good. Nice. Yeah, so 116 red, awesome. Yeah, trying to put wet toilet paper together. That is probably the best description you could have for it. It's a tricky one, that's for sure. Travelled around there, not too bad. Felt like I was travelling really slow, but I'm really happy with how that weld looks. So I'm not going to complain about that. Just keep going around the top here. Right, somehow I have my prop in the wrong location. Ordinarily, where are you guys? Over here. Ordinarily, this bit should be up here, so I don't know how. I guess when I moved the table, maybe I didn't put it quite in the right spot. But how have I not noticed until now? Just scoot him back here, and that is the right spot. Much better. Much better. Yeah, that makes more sense. Alright, let's keep going. All right, is that camera going to come? Yes. Okay. Looks pretty good. I felt like it doesn't look that bad, but I felt it while I was welding that I had that usual trip up where the baffle sort of ends, but it doesn't look too bad. You can sort of see that the weld splays out just a little bit, but really, as always, really just nitpicking on that. Looks fantastic, really. Happy with that. We'll just keep on powering through. I do actually want to try dropping the frequency down to 90 Hertz. I know we tried it the first time we tried out these settings. That was the actual recommended from Mike, is his name, from the Facebook group. But I was so used to 130 Hertz that it just didn't feel right. So I think I'm going to try it tonight now that we've climatized to 95 Hertz. Thank you, Chris. Everything feels like it's chugging along really nicely tonight. Not bad. It felt like the arc was a little less stable, I guess, as to be expected. You guys can't see anything, but travelled around there really nicely. So I started down this long side, and yeah, you can see it took me a minute, I think, to get used to it. These settings are just super forgiving. There was quite a gap, maybe a 1 millimeter gap down there, and yeah, just so forgiving with these settings. Does anyone ever go to the trouble of going like in 1 increments with the frequency? I think that's like a precursor to what I'm about to do, but I think 93 Hertz is what I want to try. No, nobody goes in 1 increments. Thank you, Chris. '93 is not it. I think 92 might be better. Is the standard like 5 increments of 5 rather, or is it odd numbers, even numbers? What's the norm for that sort of thing? I'll give 92 Hertz a try. Just go whole 10. Yeah, that makes more sense probably. But yeah, super happy with that weld just then. See if 92 makes a difference. I'm just playing with sound more than anything at the moment. Is sore throat the main thing that you're experiencing, Chris? For me, it was like just unbelievable sore throat. And then everything else was just sort of secondary to that. Fingers crossed you don't have too much left anyway. Yeah, I think 92 might be the right setting for me at the moment, today. It's that nice mix of sound and function. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but you know what I mean. It's working for me. Analog, yeah, analog. You just put it in about the right spot, and that's totally cool as well. I think I was saying the other day, like it's nice to have the digital readout, but I don't think it's that finite of a thing. If this was, you know, anywhere between 85 and 100, I think I would be happy. It's funny, isn't it? It's funny. Yeah, PCR test on Tuesday and positive. Yeah. I forget. I think it was 9 days. I was out for. I never did a second test. I just you know, stayed away from people until I felt better. But yeah, man. I hope you get to leave your bed for the weekend, or at least you know, at least have a turnaround over the weekend. Yeah, I feel for you, Daniel. Absolutely. I can't imagine. I mean, I can't imagine at all. It's yeah. There's no words, mate. Yeah. Do what you need to for you, of course. Welding therapy would be my go-to as well. But yeah, you're a bloody legend. Just keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, I don't think you need an analogy, man. It's you know, it's. I think we all understand in the capacity that we can understand, but I'm glad I can be here. We can be here. This community can be here. You know, it's you know, if I can offer a distraction, man, that's what I can do. That's awesome. All right, that came up really nicely. I have no idea where my TIG finger is, so I'm just going to risk touching this hot thing with these shitty gloves. But I'm super stoked with those welds. We've travelled around there really nice. Really happy with that. The underside's okay. I'm a little bit unhappy with this section of the weld. I didn't really dab. I more did a drag technique, and I'm not a massive fan of that. But the rest of it came up really nice. Super happy with that, and I think these settings are so forgiving. I'm getting some really good results. I kind of want to do this second catch can as well. I might just power through it as quickly as I can. I will pop in and out for the chat, but a bit similar to last night. Might just have a little bit of a race and see if I can get him done. We have been going for an hour and 6 minutes. Feels like it feels super hot in the shop tonight. I forgot to turn my fan on. All right, let's get into it. screws around there nicely. Definitely got a good amount of heat into the part, and happy with that. We'll get these pulse welds done next. I should remember that this is the best way to sort of approach this part, to put the heat in with that end panel there. Oh geez. Yeah. Is that an ongoing thing? The cancer, is that still happening? Yeah, it sounds like just a rough trot with this thing. Yeah, bugger. Oh, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard because I want to be sympathetic, but there's nothing that I can do that would help, or say that could help. But man, I hope everything works in your favor in the end. I know, fucking, how can you even say that? You know, you deserve the best. That's what I'm trying to say, and I hope, I really hope for that. Seeing stuff that being done that you can replicate, yeah. I mean, like, I guess the positive is, you know, a little bit of escape, you know, and it's, I don't know. I like real life stuff rather than watching TV. You know, I consume videos, or much like we're making right now. You know, that have a little bit of real world attainability. But yeah, I'm glad we could be here, and you know, it just sucks that the time difference is so great for you. But you know, I'm so happy to be whatever kind of escape that we can be. Oh, Chris, you're I thought that was Daniel with the gallbladder. Your name was cut off. Sorry, mate. Sorry, man. Took half a kidney in December, so you have to go to you have to go. You have to go get scans a couple of times a year. Without the gallbladder, no chemo. Okay, cool. But yeah, without the original problem, I think that's pretty common, isn't it? To discover it while you're trying to find something else. So they removed it with surgery, and that's where you're at. Sorry, I got confused in the chat there. I apologize, man. I apologize for that. But the sentiment is exactly the same. It's just like, I think any issues that are going on that require trips to hospitals or medical facilities, it's just a risky funny old time for all that at the moment. But I'm glad to be here for you guys. I mean, not for you guys. That sounds like I'm offering a service or something. But I'm happy that that this little thing exists. That we have a place to go to and escape for an hour or so a day. It's really nice, and I'm really glad that you guys are here. Yeah, you've said, Daniel, in the past about not being able to get vaccinated. You know, you definitely have to, you know, you have to do what's right, and we can only do it based on the information we've got, and you know, like your family is the most important thing. 3 or 4 years. It had been there for 3 or 4 years, about 4 centimeters. So completely cut out now, and you've just got to keep going to check to see if it comes back. We'll keep this show rolling. I'm going to save this setting, this 92 hertz. I'm going to save that change just so we've got it for when we come back in a minute. Cruise over to profile number 3 and get that pulse setting again. Yeah, keep getting it checked. Would be cool if I did a startup or Facebook chat for a group. Yeah, that I absolutely will. I'm just in the process of figuring out how I implement a rule set, and if it's possible to use one of these existing chat bots to help us with that. Give me a week or so, and I will get something up that we can all use, and continue to conversate outside of this group. I will make it a outside of this stream, I should say. I will make it a private group, so we will have to approve members. And if we decide to open it up to public, I think the messages will have to be approved before they go live. But yeah, that's definitely, I appreciate both of your feedback on that last night or whenever I mentioned it. But yeah, I will definitely make moves on that in the next week or so. I definitely would like to take your input on what to call such a group. I would love it to be something that is fabrication related and just sort of alludes friendliness. Inclusivity is something that you know, like I'd really like it to be a community like this, you know, continue a community like this. Obviously, I'll do everything in my power to keep this way. You know, where everybody's welcome, and you know, there's just this. I basically just want everybody to do better in life, have the best in life. I try and steer clear of the communities where it's if I win, you lose, or you lose, I win, if that makes sense. But yes, Daniel, that I think a Facebook group is very important for the next step for this community, for sure. So I appreciate you circling back to that, absolutely. Do a full body scan from head to toe looking for cancer. Sucks, man. That sucks, but it's got to be done. I guess it's got to be done. that was really nice. Getting a little bit of heat in compared to the last part with that end weld there. Definitely worthwhile. Not a dark time, Jack. It's just sort of from time to time there's an open conversation in this chat. Like it's all good. Everybody's welcome here. So it's all good, man. It's all good. I think this is we're approaching I think stream 88 or 89, and you know where it's I guess it's getting relaxed, I guess, or known. I'm not sure. I guess it doesn't probably need a label. But yeah, man, we're still welding in here, Jack. It's a little bit of a chat and weld this time of night. It's an aluminium only group. I mean, that's just me. That's just me. I think the appeal to the broader community, you know, for advice and stuff like that. I don't want to exclude, you know, exclude that stuff. I am the exclusive aluminium guy, I think. But yeah, I think fabrication, you know, fabrication / welding, something along those lines. I might chuck a few words in a name generator and see what it spits out. See if we can find something something to use as a name. Two greatest things I got: welding and saltwater fishing. I am not a fisher person, so you guys feel free to chat amongst yourself. I cannot weigh in on fishing at all. Yeah, that's like a foreign language to me. But don't let me stop you. I'm gonna get this filter basket welded in. We're still on the pole settings for this one, so we'll just bang this guy out, and then we'll try and replicate that tank we just made. All right, I've got a really nice weld around there. The only thing that I can think that's different tonight is that I'm running about 0.5 millimeter less stick out. I don't know why it is so nice tonight, but that is a great weld for those filter baskets. Really happy with that. Sorry, Jack, I'll chuck that comment in. It's the chatbot just auto blocks swear words. Aluminium's such a hard topic to ask fabricators. I fucking love Ali. Doesn't seem to much to love you though. I love it as well, man. It's if I had my choice in life, I would just weld aluminium all day. It would be so nice to have an occasion where like somebody preps everything and all I have to do is sit here all day and weld. If I was in an air-conditioned room, wouldn't that be the ultimate? But how I guess curious to know how is it a hard topic to ask fabricators? Is it like a secretive situation, or I tend to find that it's quite personal, whereas people have a whole bunch of settings that don't work for others, and also there's a big difference between machines. But I'm curious on that, definitely. But yeah, for me, I'm still quite apprehensive to talk about the baffling inside my tanks on how I do it specifically. But other than that, I'm an open book on everything, and I don't know why I've got a hang up about sharing that. When I was an engine reconditioner, there was a big element of secrecy when I was doing my apprenticeship, and I've seemed to carry that into life with the trick things that I do. But yeah, I got no problem sharing. Literally anything you want to ask me, I don't mind sharing anything, to be honest. Don't know what tarpon is. Can't weigh in on that at all. You guys understand each other. Just trying to make it out. Dabbing every peak amp pulse. Dab with AC pulse. So let me jump back to those settings. So yeah, so I'm gas flow doesn't matter. Let's get over to the pulse. So yeah, so I'm on the peak for the dab, and then I move on the offside on the cycle, and currently I am using a 0.833 second pulse timer. I think the most comfortable way to do it is on a 1 second timer if you can get your machine close to a 1 second. But also you might find that matching your pulse to your metronome time, once you know what your BPM is on your metronome, you might have some good results. This particular machine only goes up to 20 Hertz. If you have a look on my YouTube channel, I have a video that's like my weird aluminium settings, and that might show you a better way to use pulse. But this machine doesn't have access to those settings at all. But yeah, pulse on the peak for sure. If you're pulsing at such a slow cycle, if you get higher in that, if you get higher pulse cycles, it gets a bit more difficult. Jackie on Facebook. Get ready to stack up on some aluminium. Yeah, for sure. Go raid some scrap bins or something. Get some aluminium cans. The worst part about that is having to drink the contents of them. Yeah, can I ask what you actually are? I'm a human being. I am a human being. Working at Autobarn, engine reconditioner. Do you work at SeaWorld as well? I guess why not have some story time now? I am 40 years old. 40. I sound like I said 4 then. I'm 40 years old and I've been employed since I was 12. So I've done a lot. From being a milk delivery man to a carpenter. Worked in a vineyard for a long time, installed irrigation systems. Worked at MTQ for Garrett and sold turbos. Did an apprenticeship as an engine reconditioner. Fitter and turner was the start of that apprenticeship. Spent some time at Autobarn. Worked at a wrecking yard. What else have I done? I worked at cash converters. That was probably one of the best jobs I ever had. I've worked for Coates Hire, refurbing mining equipment. And then I've run AT Performance for a little over a decade now as well. And within that, I've had an eBay business selling used clothing. I've had a screen printing and clothes printing business that I sort of run in tandem. Yeah, man, I've done it all. I have done it all, and I think the versatility that I have is one of the reasons why my little weird business is quite successful. But yeah, man, it's I have done it all, man. And I don't think this is my final form either. I should just add that. I think I've got a couple more tricks left before I settle down. I'm sure I'm missing some stuff in there as well, but that covers the bulk of it. So we're going to cruise. First of all, let's make sure we have the right settings. So setting number 1, and we've still got that 92 Hertz. That is cool. Now we're going to cruise around the top on this guy here. travel down there really nicely. Yeah, I really love these settings. I don't know if the 2 Hertz make a difference. Sorry, Jack, I definitely am a fan of the language, but the little bot isn't. But I'll keep approving those. That's fine. Do they pop in the chat? No, but I can see them over on this side. 26, and all I've ever been is a mechanic since I was 15. Shoot yourself doing anything else, man. Look, and that's cool too. Like, I often say to people that I wouldn't wish my way of being on anybody. I have a fast-moving brain, man. I tell people all the time that I just have like 100 tabs open at once, and in all my jobs, in all my employment time, I picked it up really quickly, become proficient really quickly, and get bored really quickly. And that's really what it is. But yeah, quite a few years of employment for my age, and a lot of those were were during school. Like I was working full time, 38 hours a week, and going to school full time as well. So I was just working through the nights. But man, like my life was just what it was. If you're happy being a mechanic, I think that's the most important thing. If you're happy being a mechanic, that is so awesome. The addition of adding fabrication to your repertoire, I think, is super important. Well, not super important, but just a great skill to add to what you're doing. But yeah, man, if I don't know, like if you're happy, I guess just unpacking the shit myself thinking about doing anything else. Yeah, if you're happy doing it, then that's freaking awesome, man. I like I know people who have done the same job their whole life, and they're happy as. I'm just a risk taker that enjoys uncertainty. So yeah, that's it. But yeah, I appreciate the question, man. It's not something that I generally try and bring up, but I like that you noticed the little inconsistency, or the fact that there is multiple employment things that I've spoken about. Obviously, I don't even remember mentioning Autobahn, but yeah, Autobahn was a great little job as well. But my favorite out of all my jobs, apart from AT Performance, my favorite job was Cash Converters. Cash Converters was an awesome job in the fact that every day I walked in there and had no idea what I was going to sell. Not like if you go into like JB Hi-Fi or somewhere where they get to have the box and learn about the product and all that stuff. Cash Converters was just like on the fly, trying to figure it out, and it was really awesome. Which is why I got into reselling on eBay. So after I left that job, and I started like a side hustle, buying shit at garage sales and op shops and selling it on eBay. That was really cool. But moved employers a bunch of times because you get bored. Having your side thing has helped. Yeah, I think it does have a really good grounding element of having your own thing in the background. Yeah, mundane stuff like servicing sounds like I mean, you could. I mean, at 26, man, in 2 years, when you're 28, that's when it will happen. It's just the way life goes. But you seem like you should start your own business with the fabrication / mechanical, getting into performance cars. That's the way to do it, I think, man. It's we've lost audio. We've lost audio. Why have we lost audio? Test, test, test. Test, test, test. We have lost audio. We have lost audio. Why did we lose audio? Why did we lose? Do we have audio on this camera? It will be muffled, but do we have it? Or did I lose audio? Still got audio here. Alright, I think on still got audio on Facebook, not on YouTube. Is that what you're saying? Or has my hands-free kit just gone flat? Oh no, got audio on Facebook, not on YouTube. That's weird. That is very weird. Audio's working fine here. Okay, cool. Well, I can still hear myself talking, so I'll just rely on you guys in the chat to let me know if anything changes. Yeah, Jack, getting into performance workshop sounds like it would be right up your alley. I totally understand the shit side of just doing servicing. Yeah, man. Daniel, my wife tells me all the time, but never finish one thing. Yeah. Yeah, ADHD is the isn't it? It's I think it's a spectrum, so it's different for everyone. But yeah, just having a super active brain, I think, is sort of conducive to moving around a lot or having a lot of jobs. You know, just life inconsistency. It's part of it, and I think it's a bloody superpower. I think it's really awesome. Don't really have a niche side of things. Yeah, and that's super admirable. I mean, that's something that that I noticed with you straight away, that you were very, you know, it was very important to not produce crap, and that's awesome. And you know, like hovering around what you're interested in. Even though, like my time when I worked at MTQ, I did a ton of diesel work. I did, you know, tuning and chip installs, and you know, like dyno work and turbos and whatnot. But you know, the really interesting part for me was the petrol turbo Japanese cars side of it. You know, and when I came into my own business, obviously that's all I focus on. I think having a interest is, you know, is a big part of it. That's for sure. Chris, did your apprentice as a boilermaker 40 years ago? Learned to TIG weld 39 years ago. Got a Bachelor of Engineering and work as a drafter. Yeah, that's awesome. And I'm sure there's a whole bunch of things, you know, that changed within the workplace. I guess I'm not saying like just working at the same place all day every day, but yeah, it's I think you know, that's like an element of always growing, I think. High Performance Academy, yeah, I've seen a lot of their stuff. Beneficial for learning, yeah. I mean, learning is, you know, if it's in the sphere of what you're interested in, yeah, it's super easy to keep on educating. That's for sure. Daniel, you can still hear me? Yeah, I'm not sure because I'm using the same headset. I've just switched over from YouTube to Facebook, and I can hear it there. But if you've got it audio, that's awesome. I think it's fine. I don't know if it cut out just for me. Everything seems to be working fine my end, but yeah, fab work on the side. Yeah, I think that side hustle is so important. I really do. But looking to go back to the trade. Yeah, full time because the money is so good. Yeah, I mean, I'm one of those advocates, I want to say, for not chasing the money. It certainly has its place in a time of life, but yeah, you just do what you got to do as long as it's not sucking your soul. I think it's all good stuff. But really, you know, it comes down to the culture in the workplace. I think is more important than the job. I think the money can probably outweigh that as long as it's funding a life that you enjoy. But I don't know if you are into or follow Gary Vee at all. He talks a lot about changing the idea of success, and I'm a big fan of that. What I do right now is more than enough for me to be super comfortable in life, and I just bloody love coming into this shop every day. Obviously, being self-employed has its own, you know, stresses, and you know, some days aren't awesome, but the whole shop over the whole thing is, you know, is bloody awesome, and that I can. You know, I can do things like this and, you know, set up an area like this in my workplace, and, you know, my crazy brain gets to go from CNC machine to 3D printing to laser cutting to welding, all in a single day, and it's perfect for me, and that's I think that's a great measure of my version of success. Saying yes to too much and burying yourself, yeah. It's hard, man. Like, it's for me, it's been a really long road to learn my self-worth, to understand when to say no, but more so understanding why to say no. For me, it was a lesson that I had to be taught 1,000 times, man. It was such a hard thing. And literally tonight, the top of the video, I welded this tiny little catch can, and this is a job that I should have said no to, and I said yes. I got a car behind me I should have said no to. I said yes. But these jobs I booked in weeks ago, and since then I've said no to a ton of work. Yeah, no. I don't know. I don't know how into it, philosophical you want to get, but the two things that a man has is no and I will, and no is a shield, and I will is the sword. Yeah, I've been really reluctant to use my shield over the years, but now I know the power of saying no. But when I was starting out, man, I did literally anything. If somebody came to my door, I would say yes. I've made fuel tanks for N15 pulsars, and I've made intercooler kits for military vehicles. I've made merge collectors and exhaust manifolds for peanuts. It's just starting a business, man. You know, yes is your friend. Yes is your friend, but also no is so important. Yeah, so and it's always the jobs you should have said no to that turn into the garbage fire. It happens to all of us, man. It's just part of the education of it all. Chase money for 20 years, now kick back and do what I want, stay entertained and have the bills paid. Yeah, that's it. I think you know, maybe it comes with a stage of life. It definitely comes with time, I think, and that acknowledgement of self-worth. But yeah, as long as you're fulfilling your commitments in life, I think that's you know, that's all you need to be doing. That's all we all need to be doing. Get to retire in 10 to 12 years, so I want to put aside. Yeah, absolutely. You know, that is you know, definitely important. To have your future planned at you know, at the latter stages. It sucks ass that our whole paradigm is based around enjoying yourself at the end and not at the start. But yeah, good on you. Like that's I guess one of the stages in life I was talking about, where it's time to chase the money. Got a question. Is there any way to notice if there's an increase in people ordering catch cans? Yeah, stateside. No, nothing. No, there has been an increase, but it's tax return time here, so we do our tax in the middle of the year. Which is just it's a predicted upswing in sales for me. But yeah, nothing out of the ordinary coming from the US, but US is generally I get 2 weeks out, 2 months out from Christmas time. US has a big upswing, and you know, same in that Black Friday sort of area is when the US picks up. But I do see you sharing things and stuff as well, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. It actually means the world for your support in that regard. As much as I wish that I could do all this for free, it you know, like it does come at the expense of making a living, which the workaround is that I do work on stream. But yeah, I appreciate you guys sharing and liking, and more so than anything, jumping in this chat and having the conversation with me. That is has more value to me than any catch can purchase ever could. But yeah, I can track where sales come from. So if you shared a link to my site through Facebook or something, I would see like a digital trail of where that link or where that sale came from. Certainly something that can be done on my website. Your merge collectors, yeah. So my merge collectors, my manifolds, my RB and SR manifolds actually were a really great design as far as competing with some of the bigger brands. But yeah, there's just no money in them. The way that I would make them, and same with doing exhaust on vehicles and stuff, I just spend way too much time. When I was doing steam pipe manifolds, I was porting every join. My merge collector design was pretty awesome. I actually sold my I sold my merge collector jigs to another fabricator, so hopefully they're doing well with them. But I have one more manifold to finish building that's half done, which will be a Facebook sale thing. But yeah, that's awesome. Merge collectors. So my merge collectors and manifolds used to get sold through MTQ under their little brand. But yeah, they were they were a good starter for my business when I was starting out. That's for sure. But yeah, just can't make money off them. 6 boost, I don't know how they do it. I think they just the same way that I do it with catch cans, I guess, like in quantity. But they have quite a big operation. Yeah, a Boilermaker doing sanitary work, getting 3 or 4 grand a week. Yeah, definitely. Like you take the money as a wage. That's bloody awesome. I think bloody awesome. What are we doing? We're finished off this catch can. Is what we need to be doing. Let's keep powering through. Daniel on Facebook. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. really nice. Traveled around there pretty well. Don't know what happened just here, but it looks totally fine, really. Yeah, no, that looks good. Let's flip it over. Actually, look at this. I got this. I got this massive overhang here. I'll get that sorted out first. But I must remember to change. Alright, that welded up a lot better than I thought it was going to with that overhang. That was just a really nice angle to be able to fill that up. Where are we now? We're on the bottom. Let's go this way, but first I really need to find my TIG finger. I have no, oh, I can see it way back there. So I need to stop my glove cooking when I touch this part. So my cable holder just fell down on my head. Which I'm not quite sure why that happened. But the weld stops for nothing, so you can see where it fell down. But it didn't stop me welding. I just had to balance it to keep it out of the weld puddle. But cruised down there, not too bad, and then got clonked in the head right here with that that bloody cable holder. So basically what I have up here is a let's jump over here. It's like a phone holder with a clip on it, and I use that to try and keep the cable up. That's plugged into my helmet camera. I must have just got down too low or something. I really am not sure what just happened, but scared the absolute crap out of me. Thank you for the share on the stream, Daniel. That's bloody awesome. I really appreciate that. All right, travel down that curve really nicely. It actually, it's one of the nicest ones I've done in a while. This section, yeah, through here, really smooth. I really enjoyed that. I'll try not to drag the torch on this one this time, on this sharp weld here. All right, not too bad. I think I keep forgetting that I want to do this in one single pass, and I keep stopping at this seam here and restarting again. But all in all, great little weld around the bottom there. Pretty happy with that. Around the top, exceptionally happy with how that turned out. So tonight we got 1, 2, which this guy turned out really nicely as well, and a half catch cans welded. So we managed to stay true to the title, which is amazing. It's a 2 hour and 15-minute long stream, and it's currently 8 p.m. I really think I need to go have some dinner, but we did it. Bloody awesome, bloody awesome. I normally spin this little table around while I talk at the end, but we'll just set the camera here, and let's turn the brightness down a little bit. I normally do those off stream, or I save them up and do the fittings as a whole stream. I have the positioner built into my table here, so I don't know when I'm going to do the fittings, but I've been waiting on some new cups to arrive. And they came today to do the fittings, to try and get around them a bit better. So I will definitely do a stream welding the fittings on these catch cans. I don't know when, though. I would like to get another 6 or so of these done before I dive into fittings. But yeah, Jack, definitely, I'll definitely do some AN fittings. We should make it like a 1 day a week thing or something. We'll figure it out as time goes on, but I'll get them done at one night, and I'll title the video appropriately so you know. But guys, thank you so much for the conversation tonight. Truly, truly awesome. I really appreciate like the openness and the conversation. Really great tonight, guys. I really appreciate your time. Anyone who stopped in on this stream tonight, thank you as well. Unbelievable that you choose to spend a little bit of your evening with me, or morning, or day, or wherever you are in the world. It truly means the world, and I can't thank you enough. The VOD up on YouTube after this video is live. It'll go up as a video. I am a little bit behind adding them to the playlist, but I definitely need to jump on there and update the playlist, so that's a bit easier for everybody to find. But if you're watching the VOD, hit the thumb up, hit the like button, leave a comment. It's something that doesn't happen, and I know the chat happens here, and 2.5 hour stream is probably not something that somebody's going to watch. I totally understand that. But you're on YouTube watching this after it was live. If you want to see what I got going on in the future, hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We seem to be eking up a little bit closer every single day. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It legitimately helps the stream grow. And that's it. I need to end it there. You guys bloody rock. You've got some work to do, Daniel. Yeah, your day's probably just about to get started, so enjoy that. You guys have a great day / great night. You're totally awesome. I am going to be back tomorrow night, and surprise, surprise, we are going to be welding more Skyline catch cans. So I can't wait to get stuck into that. I will see you tomorrow, and have an awesome evening, everyone. before I end it, Chris, I hope you're feeling better tomorrow. I totally forgot to acknowledge that as I was out. See you guys.